Hello, hello, hello! Welcome back to another episode of Paper Mario. Last time, we got into Bowser's Castle, dealt with some rather ungrateful stars. This time, we're hopefully going to get through most of the way through Bowser's Castle. Can we jump over these? Yes. Okay. I wasn't really sure if we could jump over them. Obviously, you see there's lava. They don't want to jump into the lava for obvious reasons. As you just saw, if you jump into the lava, you will burn. But you also notice there's these stairs here. And those will come into play. But not yet. Those are later. We have other things to do first, like go through here. Oh no, what are we going to do? Almost like back in Chapter 1. Ah. Or we could walk into the lava, that works too. Okay. There we go. Obviously this makes this platform over here move, which is exactly what we want. I'm getting flashbacks back to Chapter 5. And I guess that's really what I like about this last chapter, is it really sums up literally everything that you're supposed to do. I think there's anything over here. Nope. As I said, Watt doesn't get used very much, at least his or her power doesn't get used very much. I don't know if you can use Lackluster to fly over. You can. Of course, you're very slow if you do that. You're very slow, but you can do it. I didn't realize that. I guess you kind of have to, though. No, hit the. There you go. Okay, that makes that platform move. I totally forgot that you could just use Lackluster and fly around here. Don't think we're supposed to go over here yet? No. And of course, he's really slow, and as you can tell, the Cloud is not happy. Cloud is not happy to have its butt in the lava. Very unhappy, as opposed to when it's over normal stuff where it's all smiley, but nope, over lava it's very miserable. I don't think we can get up there yet. We need to do one more thing before we come back here. Okay, enough of that. Enough of that. Enough of that slow moving around. No more burning our butts on lava. There's not much really to say about this area. At least not right now. It's a whole lot of lava, but it's... As a dungeon, it's probably... Technically speaking, it's probably the best dungeon in the game. Not gonna lie. We're just talking on technical aspects, it's probably the best. Because it uses all of your party members, I think. I'm trying to think of a party member you don't use in this dungeon. Maybe Watt is the only one you don't use. I'm pretty sure you use Bow. I mean, you basically use all of the skills that you've gotten so far. So you actually do need to use Lackluster here. Totally forgot about that. That's a mystery, which we don't need and will never need. You can obviously go over and get it with Cooper. Anything here with Watt? No. Not sure why I even bother looking with Watt, because there's never anything that you use Watt for. Anyway, there's a Thunder Rage if you want it. Go over under the lava. Let me under the lava. No, you can't. The lava acts like a solid block. Interesting that the flowing lava counts as a solid block right now, but whatever. Oh, this is where you need Bow. What am I talking about? When I said, I don't know if you need Bow in this dungeon, and then we find exactly why we need Bow in this dungeon. If you touch that, you will get burned. But for some reason, if you become a ghost, you don't get burned. Like the Wicker Man, only not really awful. Okay, let's do Paracarry out again. Go over that way. Play over the gap. Grab Lackluster. I feel so bad for that Cloud. Like, you never actually find out what the Cloud's name is, or if the Clouds have names, but they have faces, so I just kind of assumed that... Like, they have faces and expressions, so I just kind of assumed that they also had, you know, like, names and stuff, like... Okay, we'll be okay. Cutscene! Uh-oh, Mario's right there! Now what were we supposed to do in this situation? Kamicupa told us to do something, but I'm drawing a total blank. I think she told us not to let him touch that switch. Oh no, do you think that means we have to fight him? No! He'll wipe the floor with us! Stop your belly aching! Who says we should be afraid of Mario, huh? He's not so bad. Whatever happens, we can't let him push this switch. Thanks for telling us that. Don't you think care that King Bowser needs our help? Come on, take this, plumber. Show him what you're made of. Whoa, we have no choice. Gotta be brave. Attack! I guess that kind of works. Anyway, no, I'm just gonna do what I did before and I have lots of enemies. Just Spiny Surge them first and then Starstorm them. That should be enough to kill all of them. Again, Starstorm is the single most useful power in this entire game. Like, that's kind of the problem, is that 90%, it feels like 90% of the powers in this game just aren't useful. I'm sure somebody can do math and give me an exact percentage, but it always feels like almost all of the powers, aside from, at first it's, what's it called? Refresh, which is the first power you get, which is useful for quite a while. And then after Refresh, it's, Starstorm, and then the next one that you get is in Chapter 5, which is more useful. Oh, rad, the lava totally cooled off and hardened. We can walk across it now, right, man? Yeah, way to use the old brain. That's why you're the man. Every day, man, I learn something new from you. Okay, well, anyway. Yeah, so apparently turning off the lava makes it cool, so now you can walk over it. So, yay, no more platforms. Obviously, we're going to want to go back, though. And if you didn't collect those items, you can just jump up and get them if you want. I personally don't care about either of these items. But anyway, so yeah, the other one you get after Starstorm is Smooch, which you get in Chapter 5. So oddly enough, the ones that are good are 1, 3, and 5. The others are not really all that useful. Anyway, this chest, you get the castle key. Opens, helpfully tells you that it opens up a locked door in Bowser's castle. Not which door, just a door. Because if you learn anything in Mario, it's that any key can go to any door. But it's okay. We don't have to worry too much. Obviously, this is a lot easier now to traverse, because now you don't have to worry about moving slowly anymore. We were in here, right? Pretty sure we were in here. Yes, exactly where we were. Alright. Castle key. Open the door. Oh yeah, we do use Watt. What am I talking about? I totally forgot. Now you're in a cave or something. I don't know why we're in a cave, or where this cave is. Oh, new enemy! Hello. I forgot about these guys. Oh, there we go. Forgot about these enemies. Honest to God, completely forgot about them. Now, obviously, I can't tattle on them. You don't have enough FP? There is no... Okay, that's kind of funny. And if you try to select Tattle and you can't see an enemy, it says you don't have enough FP, despite the fact that it doesn't use any FP. That's amusing. Okay, fine. I really wish I could Tattle on them, though. Anyway, they're bony beetles. That's really all they are. They have spikes. Flip them over. They have a lot of defense power. They have like 4 defense power when they're not flipped over, so just a little thing to keep in mind. Honestly, if you have the Spike Shield badge, it's not a big deal. They're tailor-made for Watt, so I wouldn't worry too much. They look really intimidating, and they seem like they'll be a really big problem, but no, they're just... Honestly, the Koopa Patrols are way worse than these guys. Now, I believe... No. Okay. So you gotta get rid of that, use Paracarry to fly you over. Watt again. Go! I believe... Oh yeah, I also forgot that sometimes they have spikes and sometimes they don't, so... You can decide which one you find more terrifying, I guess? I mean, they're not really terrifying at all, but... Still. You're also they don't really do all that much damage. So I would not worry about them too much. I would just use it as an opportunity to recharge star power if you need it, but the thing about it is that by this point in the game, you have so much star power that it's almost... like, it's almost a non-issue in a lot of ways. And because this dungeon has multiple places where you can, let me think, where you can rest, you don't really need to worry about it. I think that's a rest point halfway through the dungeon and then right before the final boss, so... really not a huge deal. I'm trying to remember... this is obviously the right, or... not the right way to go. There's a reason why you can go down here, though, I thought. Something that you're supposed to get. Like, there's a reason why... I thought there was a reason why there were 3 paths. Honestly, this part of the game is probably the one I know the least... oh, here we go, that's what I was thinking. Oh, a power block, which we absolutely don't need. Go away. Oh god, it's following me. But yeah, by this point in the game... this is probably the chapter I know the least well, although that's because I usually don't get past, no, not lackluster. I usually don't get past chapters. I usually, when I play through this game, I get to, like, get through the first 5 chapters, I'm like, that was great, and then I get to Flower Fields, and I'm like, I don't want to play this game anymore, because it means I have to go through Flower Fields. So... honestly, this chapter is really cool, though. So, Chapter 7 and this one more than make up for it. Of course, I still recommend that you kill all the enemies you find. It makes life a little easier. Oh yeah, I forgot. That's the attack they do when they put the spikes out. Which does not have the same timing as the normal attack that they do. Oh well, there we go. Oh, I forgot about that. Keep thinking that there's... like, items in here. I'm pretty sure there are, but... come here! There you go. Get rid of Spike Guy first. Or at least knock him on his head really quickly. There you go. Honestly, bony beetles are kind of cute when you think about it. I mean, yeah, they're spiky and dangerous, and they'll probably try to kill you, and I'm pretty sure they're also undead, but... I guess they're kind of cute. Ah, yes, let him use the dance of his people. Summon more enemies. Which I don't mind, because it means more star points. Again, I wouldn't mind the attacks that they give guys like Parakarry or Bow. Oh, he's doing it again. What do you know? Like, the attacks that they give, like, Parakarry and Bow, which scare enemies and blow enemies away away from battle. And you also get one that, one of your star power abilities is to turn all your enemies into stars and make them disappear. The only problem is you don't get any experience from doing that, so... there we go. You don't get any experience, so it's never worth doing, because if you're gonna fight a battle, you should get the experience from fighting the battle so you can level up. I've never found a reason where those attacks are, like, at all useful. There we go. That's what I want to see. Yes, get the coins, which are now useless, but get them anyway. Okay, what's in here? Shooting star! We don't need it. I don't really like the damage items. Like, to be honest, I've never found them to be all that useful, except in the rare cases that I've described in earlier chapters. Oh, crap. That's the only problem I have with using this controller, is, the problem I have with using the controller is because it has this weird, like, dead zone where it keeps thinking I'm still moving, so I try to position myself, I try and position myself in a place where I can just immediately do that. Because if I tap it even slightly to the left or right, Mario just sort of, like, starts wandering away. There we go. Okay, we got a Magic Koopa. Kill the Magic Koopa first. Oddly enough, is more dangerous than the Bony Beetles. And it actually gives us more experience. Okay, I don't need you to keep buffing my defense. I have lots of health. I mean, I guess it's helpful, but... Okay, come on. Ow! Damn it. I imagine this would be a lot tougher if I hadn't equipped the badges that I did. Doing the damage dodge and the other defensive badge, plus the attack up, or the attack up and defense badges I have. I imagine if I hadn't equipped all of those, that it would have, this would have gotten a lot harder. But again, that's why I upgraded my BP to the maximum as soon as I could. Now you're supposed to go up this way. Pretty sure there's something else I'm supposed to be doing. I got some problem with these branching paths. I always forget what on earth is at the bottom of them. Down here? No, there's nothing down here. What there was. Yeah, I'm probably misremembering this cave area. It sort of all blends together. Anyway, now you notice that if you jump down there, there's a spring. Oh, no, no. Walk off the edge. You know what? I think we're supposed to go away. Maybe we are supposed to go down there. Oh, we weren't, but maybe we are. We'll check in a moment. If we end up going to another area, we'll know we're supposed to go down there. No, it's exactly where you're supposed to go. What am I thinking? I'm getting turned around this area. God damn it. Okay. Pretty sure by Starstorm they all die. I don't think they have 8 HP. I think they only have 7. I'm not 100% sure on that. But we're going to figure it out now. Nope, they have 8. Never mind. I was completely wrong. So now they all have 1 HP. Well, that's good to know for you people out. People out there listening right now. If you ever played this game, these guys have more than 7 HP. Probably good to remember that. Not too worried about my star points right now, or not star points, star power right now. I already have 83 star points, so we're basically ready to level up. We have a lot more fights before this dungeon's over. I do like the fact that this last dungeon is long, but not tireless, or but not like it doesn't make you tired of doing it. Hey! Frick. Ow! Well, this sucks. Okay, this is not good. I mean, we're gonna level up, so that's not a problem, but, guess we'll take care of the Magic Koopas first. Yes, just beat up the nerds with a hammer. That's a good idea, right? We're gonna level up probably from this fight. I'm just worried about that. They buff their defense. And he's summoning another one! Perfect! And by perfect, I mean awful! But, I mean, I guess the good news is that, let's just Mega Jump on this guy. Let's do that. We are gonna level up this time. That's not a worry. Oh yeah, now they're powering up and they do that super attack. But you guys are not at the bottom of your health. Why are you doing that? That's bad. That's real bad. Oh yeah, I forgot. You can't tip them over when they do that. Oh good. Oh good. Yeah, you can't stun them. Now they're all going to do 10 damage if they hit. So it's a good thing we're about to level up, because these guys are awful. Aren't you glad you didn't fight these guys in Chapter 4 like I told you not to? We're about to level anyway. We're about to level with these guys. Let's just kill them all at once. I still want to know if like that's like a continuation of his eyebrows or if that's a mustache, because it looks like it like wraps around his glasses there. Okay, so we leveled up. Yay, level up. And I said I was going to level up my BP. Or not BP, FP. I can't level up BP. And I meant that. I don't know if we're going to level again throughout the rest of the game. This might be our last level up. Very possible. Anyway, go back through here. Move this out of the way. That opens the door over here. I believe you can push it any direction, like left, or push it left or right. Hey, it's you again! Bruh, you came back? You escaped from the underground jail? There was no way you could escape. Brrr, of all the dirty tricks. I guess I have to keep my word, you can go through. But don't think I'll forget this. You're a door. What do I care if you remember or forget it? You can move these. I don't think you can. You're a door. What do I care? You open the... Okay. Right here now. And this is, I guess, kind of like the halfway point of the dungeon. I want to say this is the halfway point. I want to say it's about halfway. The next part of the dungeon is... I'm trying to remember everything that's in the next part of the dungeon. Okay, here's a shop. What? Who are you, man? I don't know your face. Maybe you're Mario, huh? Just joking. I'm the guard of this warehouse. I'm really, really bored, man. Hey, you know, if you've got any coins, I'll sell you stuff. Sure. Oh, you're loaded, man. Take a look around. I'll sell anything you see. What are you selling? What are you buying? Yeah, so there's just this random Goomba. Yep, this is the storehouse in Bowser's Castle. Why in the world are you here? Buy. Go on and press A in front of the item you want. So yeah, this guy will sell you stuff. He doesn't really sell anything interesting. At best, he sells you super shrooms and maple syrups. But the rest of this stuff is pretty much useless. So if you're really low on items and you didn't get them before at the other shops, you can buy stuff there. I believe... I'm not sure if this is the right way or not. Yeah, that's the way we're not going to go that way yet. That leads somewhere else we don't want to go yet. Can go there, but we're not going to. In fact, before we do that, we're going to go over here. I believe this is the way we're supposed to go. At least I think it is. I maybe... Oh, yes, here we are. This is what I was thinking of before. Okay, so there's one guard, and obviously you see, since they made a special background just for this fight, that's kind of important. Get our 2 experience points. Continue on. He will drop a key. Get the prison key. A key to the prison in Bowser's Castle. Congratulations. I don't think there's anything out here. Alright, open the prison. Door. Congratulations, you freed all the prisoners. And, like good toads, they will now do exactly nothing. So there's this guy. He came all the way from Dry Desert to Princess Peach's party, and look what happens. Yeah, I know, you got a raw deal. I've been to some lame parties, but this was ridiculous. I had to go back to the desert as soon as possible. Yeah, I don't blame you, man. Dry Desert's awesome. Mario, you're safe. Oh, I'm so glad. We all got captured before we knew it was happening. Wait, you got captured before you knew you were being captured. Okay. Few people at the party were able to get away and caught most of us. I wonder where Princess Peach, the Minister, and all the other guests are. Well, the Minister's in another jail that we broke out earlier. Imposter Toadsworth. And I wouldn't worry about the other ones. I'm really worried about them. They were eaten by a monster. Don't worry about it. Alright, your main goal is to save the princess, isn't it? You must be doing okay, holding on to the belief that you'll come. We soldiers should have broken up to save her by now. Yeah, you should have. Why you're soldiers? I'm not sure why you're soldiers, because you're the worst soldiers ever. Like they gave you a cloak and a stick with a rock on it, and we're like, congratulations, you're a soldier now. I don't think you've actually had any training. It's taken all our efforts just to protect the prisoners. What do you mean protect the prisoners? You're in a prison cell. What do you mean protect the prisoners? They're not even doing anything to you. They just put you away and forgot about you. There's one guy guarding your entire prison. God, you're completely useless. Anyway, if we hadn't leveled up just then, you talk to this guy. ... Really? Mario, you're at full strength. Are you still going to nap? Yeah, let's take a nap. These are difficult times. Please rest well, though. Yeah, I know, we're in the middle of a breakout and they know we're here, but let's just sleep on this prison bed. Yay! Did you sleep well? As well as I can in prison. Take care, and go! Oops, shh, I should be quiet, otherwise they'll find us. Yeah, you know, you think they would have noticed while we were sleeping. Also, there's only 2 beds and 4 people in here, so I guess they're sharing or taking shifts. I don't know. Maybe they make the guard sleep on the floor because he's completely and utterly useless. Anyway, so yes, if you need to sleep and you need to recharge your star power, I highly suggest you go down there and do that. Need items, you should go over to that shop. And as you probably noticed, that means that, again, if you haven't noticed it yet, this is another, probably the second of 3 points of no return. Because beyond this point, there's only one other place you can sleep, and I don't think there's any other shops. So if you haven't got rid of things or bought things, do that now. If you're planning right now and saying, man, I want to go back and maybe go back to Toad Town or something, this would be the point to do it. Because as soon as you go through that door up there that I showed earlier, up here on the right, you're basically going to set in motion the next part of this chapter, and you're not going to want to go back through it again unless you absolutely need to. But we're going to cut it here, and next time we're going to probably finish the rest of this chapter, and maybe finish the game. I'm not sure. It depends on how long it takes to get through the rest of the chapter. The boss fight might be its own episode. We'll see. Alright, see you all next time.